persons with disability in this country go to tertiary education for free. We mentioned, you remember we mentioned? We mentioned from the get-go, between former President Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the one that has consistently been speaking about consolidating the free senior high school and ensuring that it stays is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. All this while, what former President Mahama has been telling us that he will do is to segment the free senior high school policy. That is what he's been saying. What's changed all of a sudden? How is he all of a sudden saying exactly what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is
Has he been talking about a revision or a segmentation?
But he said, at the moment, he's no longer even talking about the revision.
No, I'm asking, has he been talking about a review? Which word?
He spoke about segmentation. There are two things. There are two things. And that is one of the reasons why, even at some point, we were saying that whenever he mentions review, it means cancellation. Because he spoke, he gave instances of what he's going to do before he brought in the word review. He said that he doesn't believe every Ghanaian should pay. That was the first thing he said. Secondly, he said that he doesn't even think that if he has 2 billion cedis, you should put all into free senior high school.
So you still do not believe that the NDC government started free SHS on a gradualist approach? You still don't believe that?
Don't. It's not like I don't believe. They didn't start free senior high school. What is free? Some say, do you pay for something that is free? You are a lawyer. Do you pay for something that is free? Can you tell me any instance in this country until 2017 where any child went to secondary education without paying fees? One. How do you call something that I'm paying for free? So they never introduced anything free, and I'm not surprised you are stuck.
So we are checking.
Okay,
we are checking a few things.
Yeah, check for me.
You say they have copied your what? Your policy for persons with disabilities?
Yes.
What's the proof that it is a copy from you?
Until Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia spoke about persons with disability in this election.
When?
Oh, during our regional tour. I mean, I could check the date, but during our regional tour. So definitely after February 7th. Did you ever hear John Mahama speak about it within this election period?
So you're saying you spoke about it publicly
within
first.
This election period.
You spoke about it?
Within this election period.
You spoke about it first?
Yes, within this election period.
Okay.
Don't forget, already there is a pilot rollout of the free tertiary education for the persons with disability. Already, there is, and you can call the PWD associations. Already, there's a partial rollout. I went to Kwapman School, so I know a lot when it comes to PWD.
Yeah, so when you are seeking the opportunity to come into government, there will be policies already.
Yes.
And what you do is to seek to improve those policies.
Absolutely.
So,
and the guys are preaching research.
No, wait. What is copy?
Copy is when you don't come up with anything creative until you realize that your opponent is speaking about it and you think it's going to be beneficial to you, then you pick it.
Do you have in your manifesto free education, tertiary education for persons with disability?
Yes, it's here. It's in our manifesto. Verbatim.
In your manifesto, how do you say you intend to implement it?
Every person with disability that qualifies to go to tertiary education will be paid for free to pursue their tertiary education in Ghana.
Right. To the extent that someone also has that, it means they copied from you.
But if I prepare this document, or if I stand somewhere and say something, and you say the next day, isn't it that easy for me to settle on the fact that you copied?
They said they will scrap E-levy. You say you will scrap E-levy.
Yeah.
Did you copy from them?
Maybe. It is possible. Why not? It is possible. If you say it before me and I say it afterwards, it is possible.
So you are copying from them?
Yes, it is possible.
Fair enough.
The principle is the same.
What else can you point to?
For example, so upgrade the surface of our football pitches to meet the highest international standard. They pick it. Under sports and sports, they picked it. Directly from our manifesto. You know, there's a reason why the NDC waited 8 years without putting out a manifesto.
You said 8 years earlier. I thought that was a slip.
No, it's not.
What do you say 8 years?
But you have 8 years in opposition as opposition leader. You are elected 1.5 years before your opponent, and you wait. Your opponent announces the date for his manifesto. Then the next day you announce yours. What are you intending to do?
So what do we make of what you said, that most of what
I can give you more.
Most of what they have in the manifesto
is exactly
recycled
20 minutes like I did. Exactly 20 minutes.
No, he hasn't yet.
No, he started 10 for.
Wait.
That thing too much. You spoke all this while I didn't.
No.
Just pointing that out.
Let's not argue about the
that.
time. I spoke about the time, but unfortunately,
Exactly
you have done an equal time. It's fine.
I mean,
No, let's do it this way. Now, you guys, I lost my thought.
Because you won't lose.
What was I going to? No,
you were asking
because of your
the list
intervention.
of copying. Easy, I'll show you plenty.
No, wait. Because if you actually had to play it that way, then it will mean that none of you will have an original manifesto if we go back to when you began manifestos.
You see, mindset and intentions.
Because you see the similarities in most of your manifestos. No, I was going to that question. Here's the question. You said most of what they have is recycled from 2012, 2016,
most.
2020.
Yeah, easy. I have the list. I can
Okay, so if most of what they have is recycled from their previous manifestos,
most.
where
most. But I'll give you examples of the ones they copied.
Okay.
So it's here. I'll give you a tall list. There's plenty. It's here. I have it here. Plenty. I mean, when it comes to integrate scholarship database
they said they would train 1 million youth in coding and programming. What does your manifesto say?
Train 1 million youth in digital.
What exactly is
coding? Is a subset of the digital systems. Coding is one.
So did you copy this from?
No,
them?
they are not the same.
Okay.
They are not the same. They are doing just one small aspect of it. We are doing a broader. They are not the same.
If you check the detail, it's not exactly.
No, it's not
the
details. It's not the same. It's not an issue of. There's a complete difference
it's coding
in digital
and
skills.
programming.
Digital skills is broader than coding. Coding is just one aspect of digital skills.
All right. They spoke about a 10 billion investment in infrastructure, which is what they had promised earlier. So you are right to say they have gone back to their manifesto to pick things.
So there are three things happening in the NDC manifesto. There are things that they promised they would do in 2012, for which we made former President Mahama president, which he didn't do. And that's one of the points I keep making, that he has a responsibility, owes the people of this country, to come and tell us why we gave him an opportunity to be president to do specific things. He failed to do, and he's back to tell us the same things he told us. That's one. Number two, the second bit also is that there are things that he contradicted himself on. Things he doesn't believe in. Things that over the period, everybody in this country knows that he doesn't believe in. One of which is the free senior high school that he never believed in. That all of a sudden, he is bringing those things back to us.
So when you speak about the NHIS, no, it's okay. When you mention the NHIS, that you introduced it and they came and did, Kufuor introduced it, you recall that the facts remain that Kufuor had a mutual scheme for districts. It was not national. It was actually President Mills who made it a national